Hey guys, welcome back for the second race meet in the two-day card at Caymanas Park. This is for Sunday, April 27th. Let's hope Saturday we have a good day, although it's a very, very tricky program. But let's get into the Sunday card. The first race, nature bred 3-year-old maidens, Division 1, 10 starters. Quick 4 furlong straight is the distance. I'm boiling this race down to 4. There are the 2, Uncle Baba, the 4, Money Mission, the 7, Native Flyer, and the 9, Enthusiastic. Okay. Uncle Baba. Shane Richardson claiming 2 kilos for Barrington Bernard. 4 starts. Showed up on last, going a mile. Second by 7 lengths to Cost a Living. Slow pace, but stayed on to finish second. Still busy at the exercise. And once staying close enough to that pace, I think should run a good race, although going this short. The 4, Money Mission, Radish Roman for Oral Hayden. Disappointing on last when finished 8 by 16 lengths to Bossman, going 6 furlongs. I think will run a better race over the straight now, getting her act together, and is a outsider possibility in this event. The horse I like in the race though is going to be the 7, Native Flyer, Philip Parchment for Stephen Todd. Last time out at 5.5 was 8 by 11 lengths to Riley J. Before that though, over the 5 furlong straight, was second by a length and 3/4 to I'm Outstanding, having Alive behind in that race, who's present today. And this is a horse I think that they're going to have to beat. And the 9, the debutant, Enthusiastic, Tyrese Anderson claiming 4 kilos here for Anthony Nunes. Well-bred horse, Sunshine and Shadow out of Casual Flight by Casual Trick. Not too much at exercise, but last we're coming into this, worked 4 furlong straight in 49 by 104 with Battle Angel. So that's saying a good run is expected from this Enthusiastic. The second race is the feature race of the day, the Legal Light Trophy. It's running at the second race because I think it's because of the small field. 3 years and up, open allowance, small field of 6, 9 furlongs and 25 yards is the distance. I'm boiling this race down to just 2 horses. They are the 1, Inspire Force, and the 3, Run Julie Run. Okay, Inspire Force. Radish Roman here for Philip Fiani. In my opinion, possibly one of the best run-on horse at Caymanas Park right now, this Inspired Force. Last time out at 6.5 furlongs, came flying to finish second by a length and a half to Speedball Pack Plays. Before that, at 7 furlongs, was also teleported from last place to finish second by 4.25 lengths to Top Class Commandant. Stretching out now to 9 furlongs and 25 yards. Does Inspire Force stay the trip? That's left to be seen, but 9.25 is considered a sprinter's paradise, so should be very comfortable here and not expecting a super fast pace. I think Inspired Force will be close enough, if good enough, and come with that big late run as usual. And the horse he's going to have to beat is going to be the big filly, Run Julie Run, Ryan Lewis for Ian Passad. Got too early in the pace on last in the Ian Levy Cup, and paid the price in the stretch, finishing 5th by 21 lengths to Top Class Barnaby. Before that, at 7 furlongs, also was involved early in the pace, finishing 3rd by 8 lengths to Commandant. 9.25 though, last time at this strip back in December, got to that lead quite easily and dominated to beat She's a God Gift and Inspired Impressive Force in a smart 154. She will have company on the headlines again this time with Geolithic and Neostar, but the difference is this is 9.25, so won't be anything crazy like 23.46. So I think it will be a comfortable pace for her, and she doesn't necessarily have to go to the lead. She could start them, and I think she's definitely the horse they're going to have to beat. For the trifecta, I'm going to use another stretch running horse. That's the 2, the head cornerstone, to pass the tiring pair of Geolithic and Neostar in deep stretch. The third race, 3 years and up, claiming 1.5 million to 1.2 million. A field of 9, they go 6.5 furlongs, boiling this down to 4. They are the 1, Talona, the 3, Burn Notice, the 5, Rani Bangala, and the 8, Spirit of Light. Okay, Talona, long shot in the event. Paul Francis for Oral Hayden. Nothing in recent form to suggest that Talona has a shot here, but one thing I'm sure of is that Talona will be in front, and if allowed to slip off on that lead, could cause anxious moments for the field in the stretch. The 3, the horse I think they're going to have to beat, Burn Notice, Radish Roman for Adrian Prince. Last time out at 7 furlongs, start the pace and then came with a run to finish second by a length and 3/4 to Sunny T and Chippy, who has moved on from strength to strength. And on the base of that performance, definitely looks like the horse they're going to all have to beat. The 5, Rani Bangala, Richard Henry claiming 3 kilos for Patrick Lynch, was staying on last to finish 4th by 8.5 lengths at 5.5 furlongs to Sensational Move and Milos. Stretching out to 6.5 now. Last time at this trip was way outclassed by Wall Street Trader, but before that at 6.5 was second by a length and a quarter to Awesome Anthony. So expecting the pace to be pretty hot up front early. I think that this Rani Bangala will be staying on strong at the finish with this light impulse. And the 8, Spirit of Light, O'Neill Mullins for Ron Crichton. Only 2 starts locally. The Spirit of Light hasn't been seen since October of last year, but has been working at the exercise track and came here with the potential of being a very good horse. So I don't want to sleep on that one. So those are the 4 I wrote it off to. And I think definitely Burn Notice is the horse they're going to have to beat. The 4th race, nature bred 3-year-olds and up, non-runners of 2, and imported 3-year-olds and up maiden. A field of 7, they go 6.5 furlongs. I'm boiling this down to 3. They are the 4, Linguist, the 5, Enthusiasm, and the 6, Easy Money. Okay, the 4, Linguist, Dick Cardenas for Anthony Nunes. Last time out in the Thornbird Stakes was prominent all the way up to the final furlong, then finished 5th by 9.5 lengths to the very impressive looking Hansa. Before that, at 5 furlongs straight, was a very easy winner over Queen Latifah. Stretched out a little bit here, but with natural speed, this Linguist should keep all and sundry honest. The 5, Enthusiasm, Omar Walker for Anthony Nunes. Disappointing on the last start, but it said that she bled in that event, finished 6th by 38 lengths. Was a scratch last time out when she was supposed to run on the 5th of April. But now, first Lasix for the first time and has worked very well coming into the race. I think this Enthusiasm will put in a very good front-running performance. And the 6, Easy Money, Tyrese Anderson for Anthony Nunes, who has a stranglehold on this race. Majority of runners in this race are trained by Anthony Nunes. This Easy Money won on debut at 5 furlongs round, although shortening strides in the end to finish our length in front of Brahma Bull, who's present today. Came back at numbers of 2 at 6 furlongs and came from off the pace to be beaten 5 3/4 lengths after coming slowly at the start in the Sir Howard Stakes to Honor Prince. Was only beaten 5 3/4 lengths, and from a clean start here and coming in light, Easy Money definitely is in here to fight this race out. The 5th race, 3-year-olds and up, claiming 350,000 to 250,000. Nature bred 6-year-olds and up, nouns of 3, not earned 180,000. They have 11 starters, and they go for 4 furlongs straight. Boil this race down to 4. They are the 1, Phenomenal 1, the 7, Queen's Anne, the 8, JJ the Striker, and the 10, Silver Fox. Okay, Phenomenal 1. Wesley Henry here for Lennis Shim. Disappointing in the last 3 starts, but back in December at 5 furlongs round, got to that lead and made all the running to win by a length and a half from Traditional Boy. Over the straight, 4 furlongs straight, was 6 by 4 lengths to Phonometer. So at this level, I think this Phenomenal 1, if it comes out of those gates clean and gets to that lead, even though drawn 1 on the far side, I think definitely has a shot of fighting this race out. The 7, Queen's Anne, disappointed on last. O'Neill Scott riding here for Winston Morris, pulled up over 5 furlongs straight. The race won by Tap It Good, but comes back this quick. So I'm figuring that all is well with Queen's Anne. And over the 4 furlongs straight, last win was 4.5 furlongs, winning by 5 lengths from Sticky Don. If all goes well, a good run expected from this speedy Queen's Anne. The 8, JJ the Striker, Richard Henry claiming 3 kilos for Damon Gale. Last time out at 5 round was 3rd by 4 lengths to Era Fire. Before that, at the class above this, over the 5 straight was 6 by 11 lengths to Rusty. Before that, at the same level, 500,000 at 5 straight was 4th by 6 1/4 lengths to Phoenix Risen back in January. So I'm expecting this JJ Striker to put in a much better run this time around over this very short sprint distance. And the 10, Silver Fox, Shane Richardson claiming 2 kilos for Errol Waugh. They have now put on the visors So last time out over the straight 5 was early, then finished a 4th by 7 lengths to Buzz Assault. Before that, didn't race before December when finishing 9th by 18 lengths, the Phenomenal One. So getting that run under his belt back in February, I think Silver Fox is going to run a much better race. So those are the 4 I think the race comes down to. The 6th race, it's the apprentice race. Native bred 4-year-olds and up, maiden. 11 starters, they go 6 furlongs. I'm going to boil this race down to 4. There are the 2, Noble Sovereign, the 3, Successful Man, the 6, Spraga, and the 9, Another Mission. Okay, number 2, Noble Sovereign. Richie One Shakes claiming 3 kilo here for Donovan Clark. Last time out at 5 round was 3rd by 7.5 lengths to stablemate Noble Monarch. Was running on in that race and does have some pace, so expecting a much better run from this Noble Sovereign in this event. The 3, Successful Man, all the rage and last at 4 to 5 when chasing but not be able to catch Ruby's Light at 7 furlongs. Demar Williams claiming 4 kilos here for Errol Burke. They've taken off the blinkers and replaced it with the visors. And another good run expected from the Successful Man from a stalking position. The 6, Spraga. Eric Horton claiming 4 kilos for Leroy Tomlinson. Has been knocking at the door. Last time out over the 5 furlong straight was 4th by 6.5 lengths to Dark Matter. Before that, at 6.5, a good 2nd by 2 lengths to Solace. So coming in here, taking off some weight off that 126 pounds. Again, Spraga is expected to put in a very good run. And the horse that I like in the race is the 9, Another Mission. Ricardo Carr claiming 4 kilos here for Oral Hayden. Last time out over the 5 straight was 2nd by 2 lengths to Darmata. Before that at 6.5 was way off the pace and finished 3rd by 9.25 lengths to She's Adorable. That was back in October. So with her well being exposed on last and busy at the exercise track, this is the horse I like in the event, and those are the 4 I think it comes down to. The 7th race, nature bred 4-year-olds and up, knowledge of 2 unimported 4-year-olds and up maiden. A field of 7, they go 6.5 furlongs. Also boiling this down to 4. They're going to be the 2, Chief Dissident, the 4, Golden Lawyer, the 6, Cleopatra Queen, and the 7, Midnight Galaxy. Okay, Chief Dissident, Tanisha Wolf for Patrick Lynch. Last time out at 6 furlongs was beaten 8 by 10 lengths to Galloping Develos. That horse got away on the lead and no one could catch him. Before that at 7 furlongs was 8 by 9.5 lengths to Happy Force. Definitely a horse of use. Patrick Lynch changes horse differently. He trains them in his races. The last good run I said this horse run was the 15th of March, 5.5 furlongs, 4th by 3 lengths to She's Dallas Love. And before that at 6 furlongs was 2nd by a neck to Blood Moon. Expecting a very good run from this Chief Dissident coming from off the pace. And see how this Tanisha Wolf can get this Chief Dissident rolling late. The 4, Golden Lawyer, Shaheem Garden claiming 4 kilos for David Powell. 4th by 8.5 lengths on last at 4 furlongs straight. Before that at 6 furlongs was 4th by 3.5 lengths to Galloping Develos. Was early, dropped back and was staying on late. So one of the stronger finishers in this race is this Golden Lawyer. So should definitely be fighting it out coming towards the finish. The 6, Cleopatra Queen, Wesley Henry here for Alfred Brown. Unlucky lose, I would say, on last. Was prominent, got hindered in the race, going 5 furlongs round, and was finishing strong at the finish to lose by a short head to Tornado Steel at 5 furlongs. Get extra real estate to run at now. And I think this Cleopatra Queen, once not getting into any problems, should definitely fight this out. And in my opinion, the horse they're going to all have to beat, the very disappointing Midnight Galaxy. Paul Francis for Oral Hayden. Oral Hayden has some very live mounts on this Sunday card. Last time out, very disappointing, finishing 11 by 16 lengths to Galloping Develos at 3 to 1. Before that at 7 furlongs was 5th by 4.5 lengths to Happy Force. And before that at a mile was 4th by 8 lengths to Lucy in the Sky. His last run at 6.5 furlongs was 4th by 3.25 lengths to Smart Trick, Titan Tempo, and Shooting Star. A reproduction of that run would definitely see Midnight Galaxy coming away with the victory here. They've now taken off the tongue tie. So I'm expecting a much better run from this Midnight Galaxy. And that's the horse I think they're all going to have to beat. The 8th race, native bred 3-year-old maiden, Division 2, 10 starters, 4 furlongs straight. Going to boil this race down to 5 horses. They're going to be the 1, Margarita, the 2, Pretty Sassy, the 4, Don Quessy, the 8, Prince Kazir, and the 9, Humility. Okay, Margarita. Radish Roman here for Gary Sobrati. After that very good run on debut back in December when finishing second a length and a quarter to classic aspirant Social Aviator, came back and a lackluster performance early, finished 5th by 8 lengths in a 5 furlong straight to Lady Babita. Came back again at 5 furlong straight early, faded again, finished 5th by 9 lengths to Linguist. Something definitely has gone awry with this Margarita. Taking to the task at exercise, cantering almost every day. They have now taken the visors off and going to give this Margarita another shot at running a very good race now with the distance being cut to 4 furlongs straight. The 2, Pretty Sassy. TJ Suka claiming 3 kilos here for Robert Pearson, the very astute Robert Pearson. Made on debut at 5 furlongs straight, was 4th by 5 3/4 lengths to I'm Outstanding. Busy at the exercise, good gallop coming into this race, 5 furlongs in 103, first 4 and 47.3 with Sonogram, so that's a very good workout coming here, and that gives a good chance to this Pretty Sassy. The blinkers are now on and the tongue tie has been removed. Next up is going to be the 4, Don Quessy. Calvin Bailey claiming 4 kilos here for Barrington Bernard. Was well backed on the 8th of March, but was scratched at post time. Nothing really too much at exercise. Still has a very good work back in March 1st when galloping 4 furlongs straight in 47.4 by 102 and 3. And off of the strength of that, giving this Don Quessy looking at this in this event. The 8, Prince Kazir, Demar Williams claiming 4 kilos for Adrian Prince. Last time out at 6 furlongs, was second by 4.5 lengths to Brompton Boy. Was staying on at the finish. Not sure if this Prince Kazir has the pace, but looks like he does have the finishing ability to come fast late and giving him a shot in here to run on strong. And the 9, Humility. Richard Henry claiming 3 kilos here for Dalton Sir Drew. Nicely bred, perfect curling out a Nuclear Flight by Nuclear Wayne. So bred for some speed. Has 2 works coming to this race. 4 furlongs out the gate. Straight in 48.4 by 102.4. Last work coming to the race. 3 furlongs straight. 36.3. That's looking good. And giving this horse a nice outside possibility in the event. The 9th race. The Anybet.com Sprint. Native bred 4 years and up, nanners of 3. And imported 4 years and up, nanners of 2. Strong field of 11. They go 5 furlongs straight. Boiling this down to 4. They're going to be the 1, Matuso. The 3, Crypto Girl. The 8, Pineapple. And the 11, First Offense. Okay, Matuso. Radish Roman here for Howard McLeod. Disappointing sort. Was highly regarded when at the stables of Richard Azan, but definitely something has went wrong with this horse. Last time out over the 5 straight was 6 by a length and 3/4 to Restoration in a good run. Before that over the straight was 2nd by a length to Eagle One. Although poorly drawn here, the tongue tie is now on. The figure 8 is off. Expecting a good run from this Matuso. The 3, Crypto Girl. Richie One Shakes claiming 3 kilos here for Byron Davis. Last time out 5 furlongs round was 3rd by a neck to My Sunshine and Undisclosed Location. 2 useful animals. Before that over the straight course was 4th by a half a length in that same race with Restoration. Looks like she's getting her act together and claiming this 3 kilo. Expecting another good run from this Crypto Girl. The 8, the horse I think they're going to all have to beat, is Pineapple. Robert Halladine here for Patrick Lynch. Disappointing on last at a mile when finishing 6 by 16 lengths to Hotbread Scammer. Before that over the straight was 7 by 2.5 lengths to Restoration in that same race. Was way off the pace and stayed on strong. Much capable against this bunch of horses. And with the figure 8 now taken off, I'm expecting Pineapple to definitely fight this out. And the 11, First offense, Tyrese Anderson claiming 4 kilos for Stephen Todd. Since coming to this class was 11 by 13 lengths at 5.5 to Smart Trick. Then last time out over the 5 furlong straight course was 14th by 9 lengths in that same with Restoration. Better for those 2 runs, working well at exercise and at a good price, expecting this first offense to put in a good run. A long shot that want to be very aware of is going to be the 10, Oh So Smart. Emilia McLean claiming 4 kilos here for Stephen Todd. Not showing much in recent form, but if you check back, the 17th of August, going 7 furlongs, was third by 6 lengths to Antarctica Allegiance. Before that, over some sprint distances, ran some very good races. So I don't want anyone to sleep on this Oh So Smart, a dangerous outsider to put in your exotics. The 10th and final, the Enibet 12th Anniversary Trophy, 3 years and up, optional claiming 700,000 to 600,000, native bred 6 years and up, non of 4, and imported 6 years and up, non of 3. A big field of 13, they go 6 furlongs. Very competitive race. I'm boiling this race down to 5. They're going to be the 4, Wilson, the 7, Whiskey, the 8, Exotic Light, the 9, Prince Marshall, and the 10, Brompton Alex. Okay, Wilson. Demar Williams claiming 4 kilos here for Roy Matthews. Last time out, a winner by a length and a half at 7.5 furlongs. Before that, at 5.5 furlongs, a winner by 3.75 lengths over Unruly Dude. So looking for a hat trick of wins here. Looks very fit right now, and when a fit Wilson turns up, is always going to be the horse you're going to have to beat at this level. The 7, Whiskey, Emilia McLean claiming 4 kilos for Seymour Biggs. 4th by 7.5 lengths on last to KP Choice at 5.5 furlongs. Before that, at 7 was 6 by 8.25 lengths to Green Gold Rush. At 6 furlongs back in January, was 3rd by 3 lengths to Power Ranking. A reproduction of that run. Would definitely see Whiskey fighting this out. The 8, a very dangerous long shot in the race, is Exotic Light. Philip Parchment here, riding for Edward Stanbury. Nothing to really report in the last few starts, but on the 1st of March, at 700,000 claimer, was 4th by 14 lengths to Generational. Generational won that race by 10 lengths. So he was only 4 lengths off of Brinks, and Starmer come after braking slowly. From a clean break here, and with the expected speed in the race, I think this Exotic Light will be the horse finishing the strongest from the bus, with the bustling Philip Parchment in the saddle at a good price. The 9, Prince Marshall, Radish Roman, Radish Roman here for Ryan Darby. Disappointing on last when finishing 8 by 23 lengths at 5.5 to KP Choice. Last run before that was the 26th of October when finishing 2nd by 2.5 lengths to Exotic Light, who I just mentioned recently. So Prince Marshall gets that run in March. Should be better for the run, and with Radish Roman in the saddle, a good run is expected from this Prince Marshall. And the 10, Brompton Alex, Richie One Shakes, claiming 3 kilos here for Philip Lee. Last time out, over the 5 straight, was 6 by 6.25 lengths to KP Choice and rejected Raja. Last good run was back in November at 750,000 when finishing 3rd by a length to Bugatti and Generational. A reproduction of that run will definitely see Brompton Alex fighting it out. Okay, that's it, guys, for this weekend card. Hope you all have some luck. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe.